we had the remaining goblin run over to where the assassin was and release 3 fanatics. They all missed. We had the Mangler Squigs doing what they do best. So this Mangler Squig came across and took out all of his Dark Riders. These 2 Mangler Squigs came across and took out about half of his executioners.
What? Just getting up for a second.
These goblins fought again. These goblins moved forwards. The Spider Rider and the General moved back, not wanting to take a frontal charge by Lockyer.
Hello.
Hello, Lockyer. My Spider Riders came on with their special deployment to ambush, and they shot at the bolt thrower, doing 2 wounds. So there's 1 wound left on the bolt thrower. The war machines, the bolt throwers all missed, but the rock lobber and the doom diver killed, I think, another 4 or 5 of the...
Killed 3.
3 of the Corsairs. In the magic phase, I cast a Curse of the Bad Moon. So a vortex went through, take a wound off my chariot, missed the goblins, and then killed how many?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 of these guys. So that's still around, still in play for next turn. So there's a lot of random stuff going to happen next turn. But the orcs have done a little bit of damage, which is good.
Okay, well in my turn this time, the chariot turned around and hid behind the wall so the fanatics wouldn't get him. Same with all my lovely shades. This boy here was killed by an absolute volley of crossbow bolts, even with all those ones. What else happened? Bolt thrower turned around here and killed 3 of the spiders. So they're starting to charge their way up. Unfortunately, my lovely Corsairs failed their charge, so they're sitting ducks for the next turn. And Cauldron of Blood moved up and got hit by the lovely little vortex that's flying around the table. And my wizard moved up behind here, and I fired at his general with the bolt thrower, and he made his ward saves. So overall, not that good a turn except for taking out the little squiggy there. On to Darius's go. Add-on for my part of my turn was I charged at his Night Goblin archers with my harpies, and unfortunately set off all his fanatics, which annihilated them. But most of them ended up dead at the start of his turn, so they'll all be good. Back to Daz.
So at the end of the Orc and Goblin turn 3, we've had some action happening with a lot of spells, doom divers, bolts. We managed to take out the General, the level 4 Marathi, shot a Pegasus out from underneath her, and then a doom diver missed these guys completely and then scattered onto her, and the homing Goblin took her out. So very happy about that.
Malekith's going to be pissed.
We whittled down a few of the crossbowmen with rock lobbers and artillery, and we won the combat over here against the bolt thrower crew. They fled. We didn't catch them, but we overran into the next set of crew. So these guys are running. These guys are trying to hold off the Spider Riders. But we had a big combat here. Unfortunately, the goblins were tricked into charging, which we didn't really want to do, but Lockyer and his boys took out about 12 goblins, and we responded with 5 Corsairs. So being steadfast, the goblins are holding, and Lockyer's got a lot of green looking at him. The trolls were stupid, so they just lumbered forwards. These guys just shot and also took out his mage, so he's mageless now, so I'm looking forward to the magic phases in turn 4 and 5. The Squigmanglers moved quite well, as did this fanatic. There's still 2 fanatics on the flanks, and we've got to worry about these shades and these chariots being the epitome of Dark Elven bravery. Alright, now it's Turn 4 for the Dark Elves.
Okay, well, start of turn 4. The assassins came out of their hidey holes in the crossbowmen and decided to pepper the hell out of the general, leaving the chariot with only 1 wound, which hopefully I'll get rid of next turn. Over here, the chariot and the shades have decided to come out of hiding and are charging their way over towards where these nasty spiders have been taking out my bolt throwers. And Lockyer and the crew, with the support of the Cauldron of Blood, have been taking on the Night Goblins and took out 6 this round, and he took out 1 of mine. So they're still holding in there, but I've got no mages and it's his turn and he's got lots of magic to hurl at me. So basically I think it might be a goblin game here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, well, at the end of turn 4, Doomdiver came in doing a bit of damage to my crossbowmen, and like the pussies they are, they decided to try and run off the table. So they're running away at the moment. The spiders have come through and taken out both the bolt throwers. And they're in the process of, yes, not getting hit by my chariot because there's a bunch of crossbowmen in the way. Over here, I believe his name's Grom the Paunch, charged through in his chariot and took down 1 assassin. And then he's overrun into a lone crossbowman who will hold him off. The big one of this battle was Lockyer Fellhard and his crew with just 2 left after the combat. The goblins broke and he overran them and took all these guys slaves. Also causing a bit of a rout with those goblins starting to run off. They've run off the table, and also the bolt thrower crew ran off the table. Other than that, not much else went on that turn. At the end of turn 5, this turn the chariot went charging up towards the spiders, but unfortunately failed the roll by 1. He rolled an 11 and needed a 12, so it was a failed charge, meaning the spiders are going to be coming after him very soon. My crossbowmen rallied and have turned around, ready to do a stand and shoot against any charging chariots. My assassin that broke out of the crossbowman charged his general in one last-ditch effort to try and take him down, challenging him, and unfortunately not getting past his save, so wasn't able to kill him. Lockyer realised there's a single lone goblin behind him, so turned around ready to hack him down. And no one else really got up to anything. The Shades done a little bit of shooting and took out 1 spider. So at the end of the turn, this is how the table's looking. Pretty bare compared to how it was at the start.
So at the end of the battle, it was a 300-point victory to Michael, the Dark Elves. At the end,
It was a
there
very
wasn't
hard
much
slog.
left. There was a chariot and spider riders took out this flank. There was nothing left. All the assassins and crossbowmen were killed under spider pincer or under chariot wheel. The cold ones in the chariot had enough and ran off the board. Over here, we still had a battery of Spear Chucker and Doom Diver. We had a Goblin Shaman alive, and we had the Ragnarok Spider Rider and the Trolls.
I think the man of the match trophy goes to Lockyer.
We also had some war machines here that were still alive. And then on the Dark Elf side, the remaining models were the Cauldron of Blood and Lockyer Fellhart on his own, keeping the honour and saving the points for that big unit, and claiming the big goblin unit at double points. So once again, Lockyer is, clenches some valuable slaves and runs back to Nagaroth. So what are your thoughts on 8th edition, Michael?
I quite enjoyed it. I think I'm up for another bash of it. Especially all the big unit killing.
Yes, it's massive units, lots of dice.
I can't believe I managed to win with 2 or 3 miscasts.
Yes. Once again, the attraction of the miscasts went Michael's way.
As always.